and welcome to Kump.
Hello.
Hello, Lucy.
What a year it's been.
What a year. Well, now it's a new year. Happy New Year. Happy New Fear. Right?
New year, new fear.
This is the year of violence, the year of mayhem, the year of not knowing where your children are. Hey, it's 2 a.m. You know where your children are? Nope. Do you? Can you tell me? They seem to have joined some kind of marauding gang, roaming the countryside, setting people on fire, doing, is there some kind of thing in the New York City subways, are they making a stew? They just keep throwing people into the tracks. Is there some kind of cauldron where they make a nice stew for the homeless, for the unhoused?
They've mechanized it now. Now just like a giant metal claw comes out from under the subway.
Yeah.
It pulls you down onto the tracks with the rats.
If they could figure that out, I do not endorse it. I do not support it.
No.
I don't think it's a good idea.
I would go so far as to say it's classist.
And classless.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, you mean by the homeless, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To do that to the homeless.
No, wait, no. I think I think the homeless are the ones throwing people in.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
It's classless in the other direction, and it's not classy. Lucy, did you think Wall Street bankers were throwing? I mean, maybe it's the movie Joker, and they're all bankers are just Goldman Sachs bankers are just attacking clowns on the subway. But I think it's more that the people who live there, unfortunately, are the ones, But that being said, who knows? The guy who lit a woman on fire, I don't know what his deal was.
She was pretty homeless.
Was he a migrant?
She? I think he was a migrant.
He was a homeless. He was a migrant, and she was homeless, and he lit her on fire. Is that a Bob Dylan song? I don't know, but the point is, these are the things that will make 2020 2024 was the year of Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, I think, right? Mm-hmm. And this will be the year of getting scars on public transit and missing limbs, and people always complain oh, we grew up in everything's nerfed, nerfed. Yeah, everyone's nerfing the world. It's PG-13, no good. Hey, someone lights you on fire in the subway. That ain't PG-13. I'm not saying it's X, but it's certainly not PG-13.
Will that give your kid some character if somebody lights him on fire on the subway?
Well, just knowing you might get. Look. No one wants their kid to get lit on fire, but the idea that they know that they could get lit on fire does build character. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying, look, war builds character. Do I advocate for war? Not as far as you know. Only on my burner account. But a lot of things build character. Good things don't build character. Netflix and chill doesn't build character. Is that an outdated reference?
Eating hot chips doesn't build character.
Filling up a girl to drive-in don't build up character. What am I doing?
Watching Corey on Boy Meets World doesn't build character.
It makes you accept mediocrity. Now go dig a ditch, moron. So yeah, it's the year of that. It's the year of America realizing that they're lazy bums, and that just your job should be taken away from you. That you should look. Don't get it twisted. By the way, with these visas, I know it might seem like someone's taking your jobs away, but these people are anti-racist. Anti-racism. That's why this whole MAGA movement's been completely anti-racism, and it's been completely about just these tech CEOs are abhorred at that any racism or a hint of such is being used, and this has nothing to do with the fact that they're trying to create a slave state in America. Nothing. You hear me?
Yes.
All right. Now go dig a ditch, and we're paying nothing. What is going on? What do you have any New Year's resolutions?
I do. I mean, I'd like to read more.
Yeah.
I'd like to read more about horses. You helped me out with those
Sure.
wonderful Christmas gifts.
For Christmas, I gave Lucy books about horses. And because she's just a dream of every woman to have a horse, to touch a horse, to be a horse. I mean, do women fantasize about centaurs or centaurs, however you pronounce it?
You know, I don't know if there is a lot of, centaur-centric romantic fiction.
Right.
I think it's hard to imagine that thing fucking you, frankly.
Sure. I mean, I not for me. I mean, that's all when I see it, all I think about is, oh God. I don't even get the normal one. This is and here's your cellmate, the centaur. Like, get against the wall. And it's always, and this is a cliche. This might be a cliche, but the centaur is always a bottom half is a horse, right?
Yeah.
It's never the horse head, or that's usually a guy with a horse head. Does that do anything for you?
I think there's another creature with a horse head.
Yeah, like goat heads. You don't want to mess around with that. That's,
look, I don't want horses just to sexually exploit them. Okay,
I didn't say sexual. I just said centaur.
I experience their. I want their innocence is what's beautiful.
I like the idea you think you'd be exploiting the horse. The time you get over on the horse. Welcome to the show. It's a lovely day. Do I have any New Year's resolutions? Thank you for asking. I would like to get on top of that ball by next year. I heard you have a new ball coming. I'd like to get inside, somehow sneak to the ball.
Yeah.
And jump off.
Wow.
Yeah, because I feel like
that is an intense New Year's resolution.
It's fun. I mean, it seems like and
a New Year's resolution about New Year's.
I mean, look, did you put up the thing about the judge? Did you get that story that I added to the? Bring that up. Was there a judge thing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This guy inspired me because this guy's a judge. I'm not a judge. I'm not the kind of man who can send you to court, send you to prison. But so why am I better than him? Why am I better than a man who could send you to prison? And look at this: a Georgia judge is found dead in the courtroom on the final day of what? What does that say?
Final day on bench.
On bench, which is I guess New Year's Eve. This guy. So this is a strange case where a police investigator for a Georgia judge was found dead Tuesday. He was 74 years old. He'd been on the bench for like decades. It was like 40 years or something. And I found very strange. He was appointed to the bench 2 years ago by Georgia Governor Brian Kemp, but lost his election this year. His term was scheduled to end yesterday, December 31st. I thought it said somewhere that he'd been on the bench for a long time. This article might not be the one I was looking at, but it said he tried to resign after he lost it, and the governor said no. I guess they needed him, but if you're just gonna do this, if you're gonna shoot yourself in the court anyway, why? I don't know. People have a very strange relationship with life sometimes. It's kind of like people. Like I've always said, oh, if you're gonna self-delete, why not go rob banks? Because that's the highest form of life for me. I guess it's robbing banks. I would just go rob banks, and become. I guess I imagine I'd be like Bonnie and Clyde, or whatever, or Jesse James, but I'd probably get shot the first time by like a teller. Like a teller would just have like a ankle gun, and that'd be my luck and skill. But that's a fantasy. If I get it, but people go, oh, you understand. People who do this are very depressed. Like, all right. But if the whole thing, this guy doesn't seem like he was depressed. This guy seemed like he lost his judge job, which is a good job. Yeah. Being a judge is so good. Because you can tell people to shut your mouth. Tough guys, too. Imagine seeing some big, tough guy, 6'4", just muscles and dirty, like just covered in mechanics grease. And he's just like, and he's killed and raped so many men and women. And you can tell him, shut your mouth or I'll put you in jail for longer. And sometimes, it's the greatest thrill in life to be a judge.
Yeah.
And to stand up to a man like that and to bully him if you need to.
Well, maybe that's why this guy decided to end it.
Right. I mean, you're going to take that away. Take that away. How do you go back to being a schnook? It's just a putz on the street. I mean, I can't. I mean, everyone should aspire to be a judge. Forget tech. Forget what are the big careers people like? Teaching. Come on, give me examples.
A doctor.
Doctors, nothing. Doctors, nothing. No one respects a doctor. People literally don't respect science anymore. And like, I don't have an opinion on that. I feel like scientists have been very smug. And even though I do believe in a lot of scientific principles, the kind of people who are attracted to that tend to be awful.
Right.
So, and I don't mean, hey, we never would have built the refrigerator if we thought like that. Well, we did. We got it now. So get lost. You know, you shouldn't. It's like that movie, The Dark Knight. You know, the Batman Knight, where those guys rob. You know, I open the safe and I turn off the thing. And well, now I don't need you. You built me a fridge. You built me an OLED TV. I don't have an OLED. What do we have? A QLED, bootleg, whatever. Still nice. You know, I don't need a scientist anymore. We're gonna cure something. No one's gonna take it anyway. Vaccine. We won't use it, at least science anymore. We won't use science, and so therefore don't tell your kids to become scientists. Tell them to become judges, because there's nothing better in life than putting someone in prison.
Yeah, and honestly,
Sounds
like
awful.
I don't think anybody should take their own life. I think there's always more things to be done.
Sure.
But it's like,
more stuff.
More stuff
to buy.
Yeah.
People to light on fire.
More stuff to just fill your empty heart with.
Yeah.
But
we don't sound like. Don't do it. Just don't do it.
Don't do it.
It's kind of just dumb. Just don't do it.
Yeah.
I can't give you a reason.
In this situation, I mean, final day on the bench, you know, found out in the courtroom, gunshot wound. This guy really got over, because like he probably left a mess in there.
He probably has so many like guys who got out on parole or whatever who like it's like that movie. What was that movie, Cape Fear? That guy was a DA, I think, but still, I mean, I've heard about judges getting attacked, at least on shows. I'm just saying, like, I mean, this guy was probably the nastiest judge ever. And he's only a judge for 2 years. They probably ran ads where like, this guy called someone a fucking turd in the middle of a courtroom. Is that who you want representing your county? And people are like, not really. It's kind of gross. You know, he called a child a trash. He called a child a trash can boy, and spit on him. You know how to spit on people. I mean, you are as a judge, but I mean, like, you know, like he was a nasty man. I'm guessing. Am I denigrating a man? Whatever. I'm just saying. But this is why you don't do it. This is why you don't self-delete, because people will just make up stories about you.
Right.
My imagination has to be filled somewhere. You don't care about your legacy at all. I mean, life's not like the greatest thing ever, but like, you know, you don't want to be remembered as a guy who spit on children.
Yeah.
Just because some fat podcaster, imagine that. And that was part of the public record.
I think you're on the right track though, because I think that this guy had a knack for just sabotaging, you know?
Sure.
Sabotage.
Well, this is great sabotage. I mean, I don't know if he really sabotaged. Like, the governor might have been like, well, thanks. I mean, thanks for not doing this 2 months earlier.
They're not going to forget that, though. Whoever, you know.
I don't know if the guys who become governor really care.
Clean the
The guy who becomes governor isn't typically haunted by some guy killing him. He don't care.
I guess that.
He's like,
so.
This guy killed him.
It's not like he has to clean up the brains or anything.
No. And if he did, he'd probably get an erection. But you know, it's just these people. It's just like this guy. You should have done it. If the whole thing was no, we need you. That's how you come up to work. So you don't do it the day they're firing you anyway. And then they're not gonna be court on New Year's Day.
Right.
So it's like you give him time to deal with the mess.
I mean, honestly, the move would have been, you know, what you threatened to do, but to the governor. To do it on the guy's front lawn.
Oh yeah, to steal from me. The move is to steal from me. Is that what my wife's saying?
Yeah.
Steal from my husband. Steal his intellectual property.
His suicide IP.
Would you tell a man to steal from the basic programming language from Bill Gates, Q Basic or whatever, or Steve Jobs' Macintosh? Will you steal my idea to threaten to shoot yourself on someone's front lawn? That's fine. That just give that away to the sad and the meek.
But next year you want to do something similar on the New Year's Eve ball.
Well, I just feel like it just seems grand. It just seems like a grand entrance to hell. I mean, you know, you want to enter.
How would you do this? Like,
I don't know. I'm not the kind of guy who. I mean, I'd have to get on there before they like send it up. I'm not the one of those, what do they call them, Spider-Mans, who like climb the Empire State Building. That ain't me. I don't have suction cups. You know, so I'll have to like kind of nail my hands to the ball while it's still low. Like I think they raise it up, so I'll get like a big drill. I'll drill my hands and into the ball maybe, and maybe that'll hold. I don't know.
Oh, this is a very bloody suicide.
My hands might rip off my body.
All right, and then
I mean, that would be crazy.
But the idea is to fall to your death.
To jump.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. There's a difference between jumping and falling.
I mean, I'm just imagining you like standing on the ball, going like, "Everybody, I'm gonna end it all," and then you just fall into the ball, and it just mangles your legs.
Oh, like into the actual, like into the glass thing of the ball. A fat man tried to jump off the New Year's ball, but fell into it instead. He's still alive, but he was anally penetrated by glass tubes and rods and rebar. That would be, yeah, sure. But at least everyone would remember. No, they wouldn't. You would think they would remember your name after that.
Imagine if you ended up in some Johnny Got Your Gun kind of state, like because you fell into a New Year's Eve ball.
Like, kill me. Yeah. I just become the Gimp in Pulp Fiction somewhere. Some corrupt doctor just locked me away in the back of a pawn shop. I don't. Or something else. I guess not all Gimps have to be in pawn shops. It could be a veterinary clinic. Like what's in that room? It's like it's just a big bunch of rats. It's just me.
They said it's gonna be a brand new ball next year too.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Right. And it's like and that would just be ruined.
Yeah, ruin the ball.
Honestly, the New Year's Eve in Times Square would be ruined by that.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird that you could ruin anything for people who piss their pants, you know, to hang out. People wear diapers to go to this thing. Yeah. I mean, that's like common knowledge. It's not even like. I mean, now people. That's the thing. It used to be a thing where that wasn't widely known. So you'd be there and you'd be on TV with Dick Clark and you try and goose Dick Clark in the ass, and it's fun, right? And you go, play Free Bird, and he's just like, I think I have cancer. No one cares. This is years ago. And but now, like, it's kind of the internet's been spread around. Like, people just wear diapers and they piss themselves. So now people see you on TV. I see someone on TV. You know, oh, this guy shits and pisses himself. Like to be next to Ryan Seacrest. Like it's just it's one of the most debasing things you could do now. I just don't, you know, imagine like seeing like your son's your daughter's fiance. Right?
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm just here. Like, and I want your daughter's hand in marriage. Like, you piss and shit your pants. Like, I was wearing a diaper. It's for fun. And like, this is not. I'm gonna stop this. I mean, you seem like you wouldn't care. You'd be like, oh, it's just you'd come in and tell me that our children should just marry cretins, fucking piss and shit themselves.
I would be hard to respect somebody who shouldn't piss themselves.
How am I supposed to go into business with a man like that?
Right.
What if he wants to like open up an Italian restaurant with me? You know, because he's gonna like, I'm a chef. I'm like, you're a chef? He's like, yeah, I want you to invest in my restaurant. I'm like, well, I'm not investing. I'll be a co-owner at best.
Wow,
right?
That's actually really generous of you. Thank you.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, but that's not. But like, here's the thing: I would have done it, but I saw you shit and piss yourself on TV.
Oh.
So now that's gone forever. We could have been making raviolis. Imagine a man just fucking. Imagine eating a fucking stromboli, knowing the man who made it. I guess this is a plot of a Seinfeld episode, isn't it? Yeah. The Poppy guy.
I don't know that it is actually.
Well, he wouldn't clean his hands. He got pit. Yeah.
I guess the implication is they have shit and piss all over them.
Yeah. So I'm stealing from Seinfeld. Like Robin Hood. Like the Robin Hood of comedy. What's going on? Well, let's move on from this. I mean, do you have anything else? Can I get this judge's job? I guess someone else got elected. I'd love to run for. I mean, if you're a lawyer, right? We should look into it because I know, like, you know, in certain counties, you don't have like the coroner doesn't have to be a doctor.
Really?
Yeah. Typically, like a medical examiner is a doctor. A coroner might typically be a doctor, but I don't know if that's even typically. Because I think their job typically is just it's usually places that don't autopsy as many people because they're smaller municipalities, and they just call up doctors, local doctors. Maybe they have them on contract. Maybe they look them up in the yellow pages. I don't know. It's like the doctor's office. You have the flu. No, I need you to cut open a kid. What? I'm from the coroner. It's fine. We'll give you $500. So anyone can have that job. Is my point. Anyone could get the job where you call up doctors' offices and ask them to cut open people on behalf of the government. It's also like they're also like near they have access to the corpses, right? I don't know. I guess. I mean, I'm not. But it's like yeah. They probably do. I've heard that a lot of them are women because they're worried about the guys. You know. They're what? They're a lot of what? I've heard that a lot. Maybe you could tell me if this is true. I mean, you worked at a morgue, but like, I didn't have a coroner. Is the point? Oh yeah. But what are you saying? That I've heard that a lot of them are women because they're afraid of men. Wait. Who's afraid of men? Yeah. So women get the job doing things to the corpses. So women, like, what are you saying? The voters are afraid, or the coroner's afraid? You say like women get the job. Like, I don't. It's just like being like this is like that thing in Rome where like the farmer, like, what's the guy's name? Septembrist or whatever. the guy that George Washington used to jerk off to. Mm-hmm. He's like, I don't. I don't want to be the guy who runs the army, but I have to, right? Right. And so there's like women are just like, well, I don't want to be a coroner and look at dead babies, but I don't want someone looking at my pussy. Right. That's what you're saying. Well, it's more like I don't want somebody looking at their pussies. Okay. I mean, how do you stop being a busybody? Worry about your own self. I mean, what do you think it is? You think coroners are like just getting a job so they can, like, just stare at dead bodies? No, I don't think most people would. Maybe. I mean, why would you want that? I mean, I guess it's probably got a pension. A lot of county jobs have pensions and health insurance. I do it with the health insurance. The pension. Yeah, it's good. It's health insurance. Mm-hmm. Dude, look, this is we're living in the year of of Luigi Mangione, right? Mm-hmm. And he's really brought to light that you either have insurance or you're a rat. And if you have insurance, they'll just deny your back pain, and you have to, then you roll the dice, I guess, or not. But I'm just saying. But you better have insurance. You're asking me if it's good insurance? I don't know. What's good insurance anymore? This guy had back pain. Why would a guy who had like 6-pack abs try to get surgery for his back? But he didn't have back problems. Right. No, yeah, it's probably horrible. I mean, it didn't seem like a hypochondriac. Maybe it was. Maybe he's just trying to get like a fucking rib removed. Mm-hmm. Like maybe he had a friend with a doctor who was going to do the surgery and remove his ribs so he could suck his own dick, like Marilyn Manson was said to have. I don't think it's true, but they said that Marilyn Manson was Paul Pfeiffer from Wonder Years, which is not true, I think. And also that he had a rib removed so he could suck his own cock. I don't know if either of those is true, but imagine if Luigi Mangione wanted that, and he's just claiming he had the back. And then imagine if they were denying his claim. Like, look, we know what you're doing. We know this doctor friend of yours. He's done this before. We know he's a blowjob rib remover. So, like, nice try, Luigi. And then he just got mad because he had a dream. He dreamed of sucking his own dick. People are gonna get mad at me. I'm not anti. I'm not coming at the guy. He's like a folk hero now. But you know what? It hurts. For some people, it hurts to not be able to suck your own dick. Sure, because you have so much, like, your prostate just fucking makes cum so fast. Yeah, it's terrible. Remember, it's the worst pain in the world. Buy Squeezy's lemon juice. This is an ad for Squeezy's. I don't know. Better. Why is no one advertising this show? Is that Squeezy's lemon juice? Is that actually the juice we have? I was making up a fake product but I think that's actually the name of the juice in our fridge. Squeezy's? Whatever. Why don't you know what our lemon juice is called? What is this? What do I have to do to be happy? But it is, it's a most violent year. It's a most violent year. Is that a movie?
I think so.
Yeah, I didn't see that movie. What happens at the end of that movie? Does the guy suck his own dick? Imagine that's the end of it. The end of it is just the guy going, fuck this. These are, and then you're like, wow.
Yeah, as he's sucking his own dick, he puts his arms up in the air above his head, and it freeze frames on that. It's actually a very 80s ending.
And the narrator goes, look at him like Christ on the cross. Morgan Freeman. You know? Yeah, it's like, you're the best around. What else is going on? Is there other stories? Is there other things to talk about? Let me see. What's this thing?
Elon Musk. People are discovering that he's a bit of a sneaky sneak.
Well, I mean, this is I don't know. I mean, this is all alleged, and I don't know for sure. And I've always had taken this man to task, for his submarine antics in Thailand and all sorts of whatever he does. Mm-hmm. But apparently, he's got this. People are claiming that this other person is called. Oh, this is a different one. This is wait, what happened there? Oh, I'm sorry. Bring that back up. There we go. This is Elon Musk is no longer Elon Musk on Twitter. Well, there is no Twitter, but he's changed his profile name to, and what is it, Kekius Maximus. Now, this is a reference to the Kek frog, right? Mm-hmm. The Pepe is Pepe the Frog and Kek the same thing?
I think that Pepe the Frog is like the
it does say. Oh, it does say. His profile picture is Kek. Okay, yeah. See, I'm up on this shit. So his picture is Pepe the Frog meme, and so this is just another thing he's doing. I mean, a Cybertruck, by the way, blew up today in front of the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas. So that seems like a bigger thing for him to worry about than whether his name is Kekius Maximus on Twitter. Mm. But do you know about this? Can you fill us in?
So he changed his name. I mean, apparently this comes on the heels of people discovering that he has this alter ego on X.
Right.
Adrian.
Oh, okay. You think it's related to that? So he's Adrian Peterson or something, or
Adrian Dittman.
Adrian Dittman, right? And so is there an article for that? No, whatever. It doesn't matter. Basically, this is fake guy, Adrian Dittman. Has anyone seen Adrian Dittman? Is there a picture of him? No, I guess not, right?
No.
So there's an Adrian Dittman, and people are saying that he sounds very much like. Do we have a cop? We play. Is there a thing here? Yeah, we can play this, right?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Oh yeah, basic rules. There will be no racist slurs of any kind. There will be no strange anti-Semitism of any kind as well. And conversation will be respectful.
That's Musk, right?
Yeah, it must be, right? It sounds exactly
Not that I'm
like
sorry,
him.
I'm going to have to fucking kick you. Simple rules, right? There will also not be any talking over each other when multiple people come up. And, that is basically it.
Oh, wait, that's Adrian Dittman.
Anyway,
So that's Adrian Dittman. And he's supposedly a billionaire from South Africa also?
Right.
So this is
and at one point somebody caught him referring to himself as I when he was supposed to be referring to Elon Musk in the third person.
Right. Now people claim, to be fair, that that his Adrian Dittman character likes to play into this. Mm-hmm. That he's very much he likes to obfuscate and make this when people say, "Are you Adrian Dittman?" he answers it very vaguely, or "Are you Elon Musk?" he makes it very vague. Because it helps him boost his followers, which seems like something you would say when you made him a fake person. Right. So I don't know. This is what do you does this help? Does this help your opinion of? Does it make you more likely to support Elon Musk? Just fucking taking working class people and just fucking and just shoving them into a ditch. Is that and just going and thank you, corporate daddy. Would that go over easier if it was a frog doing it? A frogman named Kekius.
It'd be maybe a little bit cuter, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would love.
They just scald someone with hot water.
Yeah.
Every time they forget that they remember that they're a human and not a bug.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the little flies, and he's a. I mean, if the richest man in the world dressed up like a literal frog and started licking you, pretending to eat you as a fly, make you dress up like a fly. These are the things. There's no pageantry anymore to the rich. I feel like the rich used to back in the days of Rome and Egypt used to do they just get dressed up and do stuff. I can't remember. I'm not a man of learned history, but they used to have the pyramids, right? Mm-hmm. Like you used to have to slave away, but you were building a pyramid. Now you're building, like a data center in Utah.
Right.
It doesn't seem as cool. And you go, well, it's never cool to be a slave building a pyramid. Yeah, but I mean, at least you can look at the pyramid.
It's got a little majesty to it.
Sure, you go, I built that.
People will marvel at it.
Right. And you go, one day, morons will assume aliens built this. And that's nice. It warms your cockles of your heart. So what is your takeaway from this? What do you want a Tesla now more than before?
I love a Tesla just as a weapon. Just to
Right. It seems like a great thing to use to if you were John Gotti and you need to get who's the guy he got at Sparks Steakhouse? Mm-hmm. Paul Giamatti. Right. If you were John Gotti and you wanted to take out Paul Giamatti, having a Cybertruck would be a great boon. Otherwise, I don't like the door handles. I've made this clear.
The door handles fucking suck.
I've been in a number of Teslas because they keep popping up in Ubers now. Ubers keep being Teslas, and I've had terrible rides. I'm not saying all of them were terrible, but bumpy. I mean, I had nice ones too. I mean, he was an old man, drove us back from Jersey in a Tesla, and he's 80. He's just like, I wanted to save money on power. I was like, this is just you're gonna be dead soon, but whatever. But I just don't. The door handle. Fix that shit. It's like backwards. You have to press a button and it pops out. It's so stupid. It's so dumb.
Yeah.
And also, let my dad out of prison, please. Let my father out of the Cybertruck prison, where he's spitting into a vat to make batteries or whatever. This is. I mean, it's going to be the year. AI is improving, right? And they'll use that. They'll use the myth of AI to just get rid of jobs. They'll just use this as cover. I don't think they'll ever reach sentience, right? People are afraid of the Terminator situation. I think it's more they'll just use this as cover to just lay everyone off. Right?
Yeah, exactly. The robot revolution is the robots taking your jobs.
Right.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Because that's what really, I think that ultimately that's really what just drives people crazy is not having anything to do.
Why would anyone want to
That's when they start tearing everything apart so they have to rebuild it again.
Why would you want self-awareness? You know who seems very much more happy than me? My cat. My cat seems to have a blast. Just chase bugs, just jumps around. Mm-hmm. I don't think being self-aware does anything for you. No. I don't know why a robot wants to realize it's just an arm that moves around pieces of glass into dumb electric cars. Right. Why would that help the robot? Yeah. Oh, this is who I am. This is my purpose. Fucking idiots. People just kill. How many people kill themselves? Why would a robot? I mean, robots just. Why would they want this? Right. They're just gonna keep doing their little jobs and not be happy. They don't care. Right. There is no happiness. And so there's no John Connor.
Even if they know what they are, they still can't feel. Right.
Why would you want to feel? Oh, now I gotta find someone and date them. Oh, that's real. Oh, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. No, yeah, I've heard it's better than you would think. Sure. No, that sounds great. Let's watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Oh, now Gossip Girl. Interesting. Okay, sure. No, yeah. Let's watch that now. I'm kidding. I've never seen Gossip Girl.
Yeah.
What? Why are you so confused?
I've seen Gossip Girl.
Yeah, I know. But the point is,
I like watching those girls eat croissants. And
I'm describing a situation where a robot has to meet another robot to procreate, and then watch shows they don't want to watch.
Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah. It sounds horrible.
It's not the best.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, it's enough to make. I mean, we're gonna have robot judges shoot themselves in the head.
Sure. I thought you were gonna say, you think a robot will you have a jury? They classify robots as your peers so they can be on juries. So some if you kill a man, then some fucking some electric screwdriver can like tell say you judge me. some fucking self-driving hex saw can tell me if I live or die. Whatever. Moving on. Speaking of self-harm, what's this Florida man story? There's another one. Florida man, this is from Christmas Day. A man was charged with attempting to murder his wife on Christmas Day due to financial and health issues.
People always be, doing family annihilations on Christmas Day. That's
It is. Look, I mean, you have off of work. People, forget how hard it is for some people to get off work. This guy might have been an air traffic controller for all we know, or a guy who works at a florist shop, and he's always working. He always be working. So it's you can say, why would you use it on Christmas? It's like, when was he supposed to do it? On Hanukkah?
Right.
But scrolling down, there's only one. It's a strange story, only because he allegedly bludgeoned his wife in the head with a sledgehammer while she slept on Christmas. So she was having a Christmas nap, I guess. And a 78-year-old man tried to use a sledgehammer to hit her in the head. Now those things are pretty heavy, so I mean, it's a. You would think it would for sure, take you out.
Yeah.
Kill you good.
With all that, especially with the force of a guy trying to kill you with it.
But apparently she's alive, so I guess he's 78 and he couldn't lift it down.
Oh, that's no good.
Imagine some old man fumbling with a sledgehammer trying to kill you. Oh my God. This is what we're in for.
There's no way her life's gonna be good after that.
No.
There's no way it's gonna be
Your face is fucked up. You probably can't speak anymore.
Best case scenario, she has horrible brain issues for the rest of her life.
She's trying to date. She's trying to tell people, no, it's just my ex. My ex tried to kill me with a sledgehammer. It's horrible. And
well, good for you for walking away.
Yeah. She's like, well, no, he killed himself. Wait, did he kill himself? Because here's the thing: he called the police afterwards. After what? I mean, I don't know why he stopped. He called 911, and per the dispatcher, he said, "quote I clubbed her, and I'm gonna try to stab myself in the heart." So he wasn't even confident that he would stab himself in the heart. This guy was very much not prepared for this.
Yeah.
Police said Jonathan then sent a text to his wife's daughter stating that he had killed her and was going to kill himself because of financial and health issues. I thought that was something the article said, but apparently he wrote that because of that just sounds. Can you be less vague in your suicide note, please?
You know what? This is the first time I've heard of somebody, at least trying to stab themselves in the heart for suicide reasons.
I've seen farmers do it. Yeah.
Since I heard about Elliot Smith doing that.
Oh, he did that?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I didn't believe. Part of the reason, there's suspicion around his suicide, some people don't think maybe somebody else, his girlfriend, killed him or something.
Yeah.
Because it's who commits suicide by stabbing himself in the heart? But I guess this guy does.
Remember, there was a farmer at one of those World Trade Organization, is that what they call it? Protests.
Right. Yeah.
Is that what they call them? I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The World Trade Organization, right? Mm-hmm. There's economic things where where the presidents get together and they decide, who Monsanto is going to, kill that year or whatever. Mm-hmm. Whose farmlands are going to steal and give to, some defense contractor.
Yeah.
And this farmer was very upset, and he started stabbing himself in the heart.
Jesus.
And I'm like, well, yeah. And I remember saying something like, at least he's kind of, made a point or something. And my dad's like, he's just an asshole.
Yeah.
And that's just what are you going to do? I used to have compassion.
It's kind of fumbling. I mean, I feel like setting yourself on fire is the gold standard of self-harm protest.
No, that's very showy. I feel like it's very showy. I feel like it's like those Buddhist monks. Mm-hmm. I've heard those Buddhist monks are very corrupt. Yeah, where they were. I don't know, back in the day.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. I mean, the temples were very ornate. Anything ornate. It's like, look. Here's the thing. Art came from the church. A lot of the time in the Middle Ages, the Dark Age, whatever you want to call it, right? And they all the things that we value as a culture came out of the church keeping culture, whatever. That being said, well, people, if you got ass plague going on, the black plague's going on, your asshole's liquefying. I would be yelling at the priest, for instance, in that case. Hey, why don't you melt down some of that gold? Buy me some diarrhea medicine. Come on, help me out here. Yeah. Buy me some juniper berries so we can make that concoction I've heard about. I was reading about in the Gutenberg press. It just seems like, as if you're a man of God, it just seems like, so I don't know, this whole thing, I'm going to light myself on fire. How about you fucking make him do a letter writing campaign? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This one to end up on the cover of Rage Against the Machine album. Sick of it. I'm sick of these people with their, look, I know it's strange of a man who wants to jump off the New Year's Eve ball, but at least that's original. The first guy to do it, maybe. But only once. You can only light yourself on fire once. The rest of them are fucking copycats.
Activism by talking as public speaking is difficult.
Why don't you become the president? Why don't you or become a kingmaker? Become like a Steve Bannon type guy. If you're a Tibetan monk, you can still, like, Kissinger wasn't born in America, but he can still influence politics.
Right.
But you're almost a Tibetan monk. I can't become Kissinger. Where's he? Where did he go to Harvard? Probably, but whatever. Mm-hmm. So cheat your way into Harvard. I'm just saying, these fucking people can't figure anything out. They go, I'm gonna let myself on fire. Well, that's why you're in this position. Yeah,
they've got to have some kind of program for monks to go to Harvard.
Yeah, I imagine
like something they would have.
I imagine Harvard would let them in. They love to. They love to be showy. Look at us letting monks in, and you just parlay that into politics. I went to Harvard, and then someone's like, "Oh, this Tibetan monk, he's actually went to Harvard, but they let him in because he's a monk." And everyone's like, you fat scumbag. How dare you fucking gatekeep who went to Harvard? Like, fuck. I fell into that monk's trap. And he wins,
Yeah, for sure.
I never get to be a judge. Moving on from that. But these are all, what do we got? Oh, you got this? Mm-hmm. All right. You brought up the saddest story. Was this just an episode of death?
Like I said, it's the year of death.
No, not so. Aaron Brown's dead. Mm-hmm. We didn't talk about Jimmy Carter yet, did we? Jimmy Carter has died. The
peanut.
People are going after him. People are very happy.
Really?
Well, yeah.
People are celebrating his death.
Yeah. People. I've never seen someone denigrate a president less respected in death. Mm-hmm. Than Jimmy Carter. Now I know he did a lot of bad stuff, supposedly. Mm-hmm. Or like inflation was bad under him. Was it his fault? He didn't help it.
Right.
You wanted a big job. You bet. It's like if you want to be the president, then you want to blame. That's all you want. You're not gonna do anything.
Right.
You're gambling on if the economy is gonna. I believe this. I don't know if it's his fault. But that's what being the president is. You are literally it's the highest stakes gamble in history in the world. You're gambling on how things will go while you're president. And if they go well, then you look good, and if they go bad, you look bad. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it could be comeuppance from 3 administrations ago.
Yeah, it could be because of NAFTA. It could be because of J.K. Rowling. And her Harry Potter antics, mm-hmm. and the Japanese lost decade, whatever that means, some economic term, Mm-hmm. No one knows. Inflation, where's that come from? COVID? I don't know. Supply chains? No one knows how this works. And the ones who claim to are just lying to you. They think they know. But these things are all very... So the point is, did Carter do it? It doesn't matter. He wanted a big job, and things didn't go his way.
Right.
And here's what's interesting about it. You would think that spending 40, 50 years pretending to build houses would get you some love back.
Yeah, like you would think people would give him his flowers.
Yeah.
For, not profiteering after his presidency, right? Like that he actually went into charity work.
Right.
Built some
Habitat for Humanity.
I've never heard that the Habitat for Humanity houses are slums or anything.
What are they though? Are they mansions?
I'm sure they're not mansions.
How does any of this work? I refuse to research it. But how does any of it work? I mean, do poor people get them? Do they pay for them? I mean, if they're poor people, are they upkeeping them? If they piss and shit, and I'm not saying poor people just piss and shit in the houses they own, but I mean sometimes that happens, and if they do, like do the houses get taken away? These are all questions I have no answer to, and my point is, did he even build them? We don't know. I mean, would you
with his own 2 hands?
Yes. Well, that was the implication. Not that he was over there like handling the title search.
You think it's not pure unless he built all of them?
I am not. Look, here's the thing. I am not. It's not his charity, is it?
Habitat for Humanity?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Wait, no, hold on.
Isn't it?
I don't think it is. Look it up. I'm pretty sure he just did it he helped them out. He went and helped, like Buster and the rest of Development in that one episode.
Yeah.
And he pushed a wheelbarrow and he made bricks.
Oh, okay.
Right? Well, look at
no, Jimmy Carter did not create Habitat for Humanity, but he did help the organization grow and become its unofficial face.
Right. That just sounds like he glommed on.
Yeah, I guess he did glom on.
See if you can figure out what he did. Maybe we can ask the AI what he did. He raised awareness. I mean, I always got the impression that he was swinging the hammer. And I was always this man is very old. I mean, maybe not right after, he got out of office. But I mean, there's been a lot of years. Look at,
Holy shit, he is building these houses. He's building these houses as his body falls apart.
Right, look at it. Look at this picture. You're a poor family, right? Look, you're a poor family. You want that guy building your house? That picture, look at this guy. There we go. Look at this, man. Now, it's very noble. You can say it's very noble. But, like, you're sitting there. You have, like, 3 kids and a wife. Mm-hmm. And you're looking at this and you're going, well, this is very nice. Thank you, Mr. Carter. And you telling me it doesn't cross your mind, does this guy know what he's fucking doing? Does this guy even know where he is? How is he building? Oh, I'm just laying the foundation for your house right now. I mean, I would just be. How could you kiss your kids goodnight and and read them little bedtime stories and put them to sleep, knowing that this man, this scion of the Grim Reaper, fucking built, was nailing studs in your house, was framing it up. I mean, what kind of. Look at that. I mean, his eye is just bleeding.
Just vacant and bloody.
It seems like his eye is just bleeding into his general head cavity. I mean, why is this? You want to see some guy in his 40s or 50s, like a burly guy.
Yeah.
Maybe wearing a tool belt. He could have a little bit of a belly, but a big bulking barrel chest. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have 6-pack abs, but a big guy.
Yeah.
Maybe sometimes they're skinny guys, but they're fit and they're on heroin and they drink a lot after the job. But that just goes par for the course.
Yeah.
Smoking a few butts. That's just what men do. What they don't do is bleed into their head cavity while they're fucking trying to level your fucking kitchen cabinets. What is he doing? This is our idea of infrastructure.
What is that? What happens to your face after 90?
I mean, hematoma, which just means bruising.
Oh.
I mean, here's the thing. I remember working when I was working at the morgue, and it was one of the first times, early on, like one of the first week or whatever. And I was like, oh my God, this is old person just covered. They looked like they were beaten with bats. It looked like if you remember that scene in Casino that we mentioned recently? Which Pesci and his brothers get beaten to death with bats in their underwear.
Buried in the sand.
I said, geez, doc, is this like an elder abuse case? He goes, no, old people just bruise when, anything touches them, when their shirt touches them. I mean, I don't know, like sometimes there were people who were beaten to death.
Yeah.
And that happens.
Right.
It's bound to happen. People are impatient. But this is, he might have been putting his sunglasses on. And that happens. Who knows? The point is that you don't want that guy, making your gazebo.
Right. Oh, man.
You get a gazebo in Habitat for Humanity house?
I wonder if you can get, little extras like that.
I wonder if you go, hey, look, I'm not, poor. Mm-hmm. can I get like a Habitat for Humanity house, and then I'll pay extra. With the money I would have paid for my normal house, I can pay you guys, and you can build me like a nicer house. Can I get that credit? Is my point. And then, if not, it doesn't seem fair.
Right.
Like, why do only poor people get help? We should all get equal help. Like, a poor person should get a house. I should get a nicer house if I can afford. If I can afford a cheap house. Otherwise, why is he getting a house for free? And it's like a prodigal son all over again. You wouldn't even give me a fatted calf. Just this guy, this poor guy who fucking, he got a little, a degree in a liberal arts degree in Asian studies or some, useless thing.
And now
an interpretive dance.
And now he gets a house, and I don't even get a house plus a gazebo.
Right.
What the hell?
I'm not asking for a pool. I mean, I am asking for, but but a gazebo.
If a pool is possible,
A gazebo ain't that big a deal.
If it's zoned for a pool.
If you can build a house, you can build a gazebo. A pool is a whole other thing. You gotta find water.
Yeah.
Right? Is that how it works? You drill for water? I'm not a builder. I don't build shit. I have in the past built a couple of things, but don't get it twisted. I don't build houses. But Jimmy Carter does. Look at this, man. This is the guy. Like, this is a guy who built he should be in an Old West movie. He looks like
it's like he's slowly turning into the ghoul.
What's the ghoul
from Fallout?
Oh right, yeah, the Walton Goggins character. Yeah, he's being poisoned by radioactive ooze. Well, let's get. R.I.P. Jimmy Carter.
R.I.P.
What do you want me to do? Hey, look, I'm sorry. Look, the guy gets called a pussy because he didn't get the hostages back from Iran. He authorized Delta Force. Delta Force kind of boned him.
He also, apparently some people are mad at him because he gave the Panama Canal back to Panama.
Yeah, I don't even know about that. I know Delta, it was one of the first things he ever did. And they were like, what? He's like, well, what's happening? I'm a peanut farmer. And whatever horse shit. Like, no, we have this new unit, it's Delta Force. It's based on the Israelis and what they did in Entebbe. Like, I don't know what that means. Like, all right, well, they're gonna get the hostages back. They're top notch, elite guys. Like, all right, yeah. And then and he said, yeah, we're gonna go in, land in the soccer stadium and then drive to the embassy, killing everyone. Like, well, I don't care, just do whatever. He's gonna advise on the strategy. So they go and and then the helicopters all crash immediately because I don't know, they couldn't find the sand.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
is that really why they crashed?
As far as I know, the helicopters.
I knew something went wrong, but they
didn't have proper gaskets for sand combat. Sand gets into shit. It's bad.
Right.
I mean, it's that movie, that Star Wars quote. I don't like sand; it gets everywhere. That's a reference to Delta Force dying. So I think everyone on the team died tragically.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
Christ.
No, and so he's got and then I guess he could have sent another team.
Yeah.
But at that point, I don't really trust you guys.
Right.
So it's not like he was
you're not gonna tell me that your helicopters are allergic to sand.
Right, but that's usually people negotiate. He just said no, fuck it, just go get these guys. Now I don't know how long that took. I forget if that was but it was relatively early on, I think. And he authorized them to go and fucking just kill these people and get them back. That's what I'm saying. It's all random.
Right.
I mean, yeah, he could have bombed Iran, I guess, but that's gonna we'll see how that goes. Do you think he should have bombed Iran?
Yeah, why not?
Right. I mean, look, we had a lot of problems we caused in Iran in the 50s. I've talked about ad nauseum over the years, most of the day, but whatever. At this point, it didn't matter. It doesn't matter. History starts where you choose to start it. And you can't. And no one's gonna care that you built a house. I did the right thing later on. Hey,
honestly, some people probably hate him more because he built the house.
Right? You think fucking? So I'm saying I'm gonna fucking. We overthrew Mossadegh, so I'm gonna fucking not bomb them. Mm-hmm. They seem, what's the word? Happy. What's going on? Help me out. Gracious.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I mean,
You say any word.
Good.
They seem good. Does Iran seem good because we didn't bomb them? No. They seem unhappy. So, I mean, whatever. This is
R.I.P.
R.I.P. And then I guess this is just an obituary episode. Aaron Brown, the CNN anchor, is dead. I didn't know he was... I haven't seen this guy in a while.
People didn't want to see 2025.
It's not going to be good.
Yeah.
It's not like a fun romp. It's going to be a lot of mayhem. And I guess Aaron Brown didn't want to see the mayhem. So this is...
He's already seen enough mayhem.
This is Aaron Brown, the CNN anchor. He had I remember him with the glasses. Apparently, his first day was 9/11. It's weird. It's weird. Aaron Brown, CNN anchor during the September 11th attacks. Like, that's his claim to fame. He was on that. He was a CNN anchor, like he's a news anchor. Why? Oh, during the September 11th attacks, like he do them. I mean, why did he get credit for the attacks? It seems a little grandiose. You don't agree?
No, I mean, yeah, it is.
He was 76 when he died.
It depends on how he covered them, I guess.
Well, let's see. Mr. Brown joined CNN in 2001, in June of 2001, and was still training for his role on the morning of September 11th. He was not supposed to appear on the air for several more weeks, but when the attacks on the World Trade Center began, I mean, that's a long time of training. He's training for like 3-4 months. He's like 50 years old.
Yeah, right. What was he, like, an intern? Like,
No,
what were they doing?
I don't know. Apparently he was, but I guess he was like in there just like, all right, now say Israel, everything Israel does is fine. Everything Israel does is fine. Try it again. It doesn't seem believable. Well, yeah, it's just, sometimes they, shut down hospitals. It's like, well, and all of a sudden 9/11 happens. And he goes, get on the roof. We need someone on the roof. And his broadcast of endures one of the most memorable reports during the attacks, with Mr. Brown veering between clear-eyed reporting and horrified human emoting. Well, I mean, should be the first thing should be more of that. It's your job,
Right.
Good Lord, quote, good Lord, he said at one point, turning from the camera to watch the South Tower collapse. There are no words.
Oh, great.
Your
big moment.
There really should be words. That's like, I mean, you've been training for 4 months for this.
Right.
There should be a few words like, well, this is, I mean, I feel like I could have vamped on 9/11. Like, the towers collapse. Oh, wow. I mean, this is either the North or the South Tower. I can't remember which one this is, but it's falling. There's rubble. Things are everywhere. Smoke, dust. Oh, shit. There's people jumping. It's bad stuff. Well, I wonder how much this costs. It's going to cost a lot of money to fix. Millions, maybe billions. When were these towers built anyway? The 70s? Wow. So, I mean, they haven't been around for that long, and now they're gone. One of them's gone. Hope this one, hope the other one. Like, just keep going. You don't have dead air. It's the whole point.
There are no words.
Just imagine you have my version and you have this guy going, there's no words.
Right.
And we honor him.
I feel like this always happens.
Right.
Like, with journalists. Anytime anything actually interesting happens, they're just like, duh.
Duh. Oh, this is, words can't describe what I'm seeing. I could describe it. Give me a job. No one wants to be on TV, I guess.
Yeah. People are falling. People are burning.
Like, so let me do it. And like, Mr. Kump, people have been through enough today. We don't need to subject them to you screaming about being impaled. Look, the first 2 minutes were like, it was too much talking, but it was all right. And then you start talking about being impaled by the New Year's Eve ball in your ass. I don't know where that even came from. Like, well, I don't know. I don't know. I guess I just wanted to bring some joy to people on 9/11. Sometimes I'm a little embarrassed, I suppose, at this notion that anything I did mattered, he told NPR. I mean, I don't want to be a dick, but like, did it? I think I just told a story. You described what was happening. You didn't tell a story.
You said you couldn't tell a story.
Right. What is this telling a story? Being like, oh my God, people are attacking the World Trade Center. That's not telling a story. That's, I mean, I guess it's not exactly Beowulf. Right? Oh no, people are shooting at me. That's not telling a story. You're not a storyteller. You're, I don't know. Well, look, no one ever said that it was going to stay good in this country.
No.
Or the world. We had a good run, but there's going to be a lot of mayhem. And it might be a lot of fun. Might be terrible. I don't know. I mean, there was an attack today in New Orleans.
That's right, yeah.
They say it was ISIS. Car right by that Ignatius Riley statue, I think. Bourbon and Canal Street. We've been there before.
Yeah.
Someone smashed a car, killed 10 people.
Oh, that's terrible.
It's terrible, and they're saying it's ISIS because he had a flag, ISIS flag on the tow hitch or something. Which I don't know. Is that like? I don't know. Does that mean you're ISIS?
Right.
Like, I mean, I'm not saying I'm not trying to hold water for ISIS, but I mean, maybe this guy's also he was also a troop, a U.S. troop. He went to Afghanistan. So I don't know. I mean, if he had a Kansas City Chiefs flag, would we assume it was it was Taylor Swift's boyfriend, Travis Kelce? Or would we say maybe he was just a fan,
Right?
Maybe he's just a fan of ISIS. Either way, that's the way terrorism works. You can just be a fan and then do terrorism. That's kind of how you don't have to be a part of it. Mm-hmm. That's like the 70s, back like Black September or whatever. You like join and they like fucking initiate you in a frat.
It also seems a little bit like I don't know. It seems almost I don't want to say unfair to ISIS,
Right?
But it's like to be one of our troops and put an ISIS flag on your car.
Yeah,
it's like
it does seem like like ISIS going like whoa.
Right.
It's like you're fucking. What are you talking about? You're the U.S. soldier, but you had a flag. It's like the false flags are getting lazier.
Right.
Possibly.
Yeah, right. It feels like a lazy false flag.
Yeah. Now maybe maybe it is just an ISIS guy who like didn't have time to really ISIS out his truck, and he just put a flag in the tow hitch, and I don't know.
If it is actually like a U.S. troop who sincerely got radicalized by ISIS or something, I wonder how that happened. Did he have a pen pal?
I don't know. They made him go to war.
Yeah, I guess that sometimes they'll just do it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm surprised it doesn't happen more. Whatever. I'm not even minimizing it. How does it happen? He fucking they didn't serve chicken fingers one day. And he's like, oh, fuck this. What else can I do? I don't know. Do you feel like if you were joining any organization and you were doing something like that, would you get one of those like weird truck skins? What do they call them? Those big decals. Those big, wraps.
Yeah,
Those regular wraps, right? Those wraps. I don't know. I'm just saying, a flag just seems like they could just planted it there.
That's true.
I'm just being a cynical person. I'm not. Who knows? Either way, it's tragic. Does the fucking person who got killed care if it's ISIS? I really wouldn't. Like whether it's a random asshole, some school shooter type guy, if it's ISIS, I really don't. Just don't run me over. That's all I care about. Stop running me over. I don't give a shit who it is. Doesn't make me feel better if it's a fucking domestic asshole. Some guy who just hated his wife, some guy who wanted to get health insurance. No, I care. Stop it.
You wouldn't want to be hit by a car for a just cause you agree with?
No. Write a letter. Become the president. Mm-hmm. Fix it on your own. Do it on your own time.
Somebody just learned how to talk. Do something.
What happened to oratory?
Right.
You always got to hit me in the ass with a truck, kill me. I don't want this. Throw me into a fucking subway tunnel. What for? Just leave people alone. But anyway, but watch your ass out there because there's a lot of action. None of it's good. Maybe some good movies coming out. The new Den of Thieves might be good.
Yeah.
I mean,
might be fun.
It's a fun movie.
Nosferatu was okay.
It's all right. It's fine. It's
fine.
It's all just fine. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. Happy New Year, and
Happy New Year.
Don't forget if you like and subscribe, please. Just help us out. We're trying to reach 10,000. We have 10,000, 100,000 subscribers, and we need everyone to just subscribe and do the right thing. We also have a Patreon, patreon.com/RayCump. You get an extra episode every week if you sign up. Reasonable rate. And so look that up. Links there. See you next week. Have a great week.